I came up with the idea for this one when I was literally just playing around with my toys. I didn't know at the time that it would take like 4.5 years or so to finally finish the series. Around the time I finished this video, the file on Stop Motion Studio was so large that it just lagged like crazy. Like, it would take 15 seconds to just delete one frame. I'm not exaggerating here, that's about how long it actually took. Yeah, Stop Motion Studio really sucked back then. I sound so young then. I recorded this around the time I turned 14, so my voice was so much higher pitched back then. So, something I noticed is that in talent competitions there's often like 3 different types of judges. Like, there's the harsh one, the soft one, and the one who's kind of in between. So, I thought Jean-Claude would be the harsh one, General Bob would be the soft one, and Doug would be in between.
My name is Tom. I'm from San Diego.
Get it? It's a pun on the San Diego. So, okay, I'm kind of embarrassed to say this, but this audio was actually from some YouTube video I found of some guy, and I never gave him any credit, and I don't know, I've never been able to find it since, so yeah, I wish I could have given him credit, but I didn't.
Pretty good, that was amazing. I don't know how you do it. It's a yes from me. The song choice was bad, and the skateboarding is
just okay. That is literally not even possible for humans to do.
Since 2 of the judges said yes, that means you'll be going to the quarterfinals.
I don't know why that part of the audio sounds kind of weird. But anyway, Stop Motion Studio, like I said, it just sucked back then. Yeah, that's the Wilhelm scream.
Are you okay?
Yeah, it just like cut at random times. I don't know how. I don't know how to fix it. It just happened.
I'm from Bricksburg, Pennsylvania, and I'm gonna sing my favorite song.
Of course, that's his favorite song. Sounds like the Bee Gees.
No, it was annoying, but not as annoying as your singing voice. It isn't the song I mind, it's just the singing voices.
General Bob doesn't really seem like the kind of person who would like a pop song like that.
And that is saying a lot.
Go ahead, Justin Bieber's bad. That's the pinnacle of originality. Oh yes, this is Alfred.
From New Block City, and this is Alfred. Get it? Alfred?
That was supposed to be like the crickets that play after he says a bad joke. Okay, so I did that effect using the erasing effect of Stop Motion Studio.
Get out of here. Shoo.
It's like the thing that they use to make things fly.
Get him up. Kill it! Kill it! Up!
Kill it.
Too powerful. Nope. 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 Yes! Hey, get off me! Oops. Enough!
Yeah, so they're just... That was supposed to be running in slow motion right there. But with slow motion and stop motion, you just kind of slow down the frame rate.
You killed Alfred! Security!
Apparently they just let that guy kill the bird.
And stay. This God is my witness. I will avenge Alfred.
Apparently that's a Gone with the Wind reference, but I didn't actually know that back then. I was just referencing some other stuff that referenced it. So the stands they're just very pitifully small, but I didn't have very many minifigures at that time.
I'm Harry Potter, I'm from the wizard world, and I'm gonna do magic.
Stop Motion Studio really sucked back then. Audio is just awful. Now this was the first time I actually like majorly broke the fourth wall by having the characters like notice that they're fictional. I guess early on is like, I guess the people would keep doing it and I'd tell them not to, but later on it's just like, they do it constantly and the animator, me, just doesn't seem to care. So, yeah, saying shut up in French, that was actually my mom's idea. I didn't come up with that.
It means shut up. Magic tricks? Seriously? Oh yeah? Helmetus Turtlicus.
You're supposed to say Helmetus Turtlicus, but, you know, it got just all messed up. in the app.
Where'd he go? Boo! Ah! Shut up! I think you all know what I ran for. Congratulations! Woohoo! Boo!
The way the audio cut out is just ridiculous. Okay, so this is a guy that we got from a secondhand toy store.
Where are you from? How am I supposed to know? I died almost 10 years ago.
He's supposed to say, I died almost 10 years ago.
My leg! My arm!
Okay, so I drew on those mouths with Sharpie.
Of course I am. Now could somebody please put me back together?
I was able to get it off, thankfully.
So far, the only acts that got in were Tom the skateboard dude, Roberto the amazing robot.
He hasn't appeared yet, but he will later. Same with her.
His incredible frogs and Harry Potter. And that guy that sang What a Wonderful World. So beautiful.
Of course, we later find out that's just Alfred in disguise. So yeah, this is Joe's first appearance.
My name's Joe, I'm from New Block City, these are my dancing robots.
So basically, I thought, what would be something that robots could dance to? What sounds robot-y? So I just looked up dubstep on iTunes and bought one of the first things that came up. The one with the 3 heads, it was a pain, like, to make him balance like that. The dancing robot sequence are always kind of hard to animate. They're just kind of tedious.
You make the robots yourself? Of course, I'm a mad scientist in training. Okay, I'm with Doug. I did not like it.
So it just shoots a laser and his head just freaking explodes. And I think for General Bob's scared face, I think I just drew it on in the app.
He's actually a criminal.
So here's where the audio's all out of sync. Like, it was supposed to be a little bit like 1 or 2 seconds before it happens. Again, it's just another stop motion studio glitch.
How'd you like be a new judge? Sure. Tune in next week for the quarterfinals.
And again, this one just sounds weird. And it's funny how he just says, sure, at the end of this one. I did not intend that, actually.
Hello, and welcome to the Lego
This came out only about like 8 months after the first one, but my voice already sounds so much deeper. I guess when I was 14 was when my voice really changed the most.
Robert Rickson.
Yeah, that's General Bob's real name. Yeah, that's the guy who they asked to be the new judge in the previous one.
Our special guest judge who came all the way from Asgard.
So yeah, I got a whole lot of new minifigures since then. That's why I made the stands a whole lot bigger and just added a whole bunch of them.
Well, I'm the god of thunder.
Yeah, even back then I wasn't really proud of this dialogue. It's just not very good.
Well, our next
I mean, Sora's dialogue especially.
frogs, but John is sick, so now there's just the frog.
Of course, we learned that it was a lie later in the results of the finals, and he wasn't actually sick. Also, one of them was one of the chocolate frogs from Harry Potter.
Not gonna be happy about this. You're
So yeah, that was an audio glitch. He was supposed to say, John's not gonna be happy about this. Oh man, this one. Yeah, not very original. They just kind of do whatever the song says. So I didn't buy this one from iTunes. I just recorded it. Okay, I played it on my computer, and then I recorded the sound on the iPad that was just coming out from the computer. Yeah, they can't clap, so they just have to wave their arms up and down. Also, the one with the 3 heads is missing. Also, the one that was the skeleton-looking one with the one leg that used the Dementor body, it's not there either. But this scene was still just tedious. All the dancing robot scenes were pretty tedious. Okay, so instead of just erasing it using the erasing tool, I actually used these glass bricks under them whenever they jump this time. You can see it if you look closely. Or even if you don't look that closely, it's kind of obvious actually. Yeah, this was actually an edited version of that Cha-Cha Slide song, because the original would just be way too long. It's like a edited for radio or something. So yeah, this kind of goes on for a while. Always like that part. So something you might notice about the thing that the table like that the judges put their drinks and the buzzers on is that it's actually one brick like shorter than it was before. Yeah, I guess the judges can only make those red X's appear and like buzz someone out in the auditions. They can like still use the buzzer now, but like it doesn't it doesn't really do anything other than make a lot of noise. The X's aren't there anymore. So the X's, they were made of this paper, and then I would like glue them on with like a glue stick or something. But it left this like, yeah, it left this this residue of glue and paper, which was very difficult to get off. A pretty awful one. Yeah, that was supposed to be my voice saying don't break the fourth wall, like me, the animator. Harry's voice sounds so stupid. Yeah, I was just being lazy there. Also, you can clearly see the edge of the table, like in the, on the right side of the screen. Apparently, the other judge's opinions don't matter on this issue because he just left without them saying anything. I was also kind of lazy about doing this one too. Apparently she just doesn't even continue it after she fell. I don't know. Yeah, that's AC/DC, Back in Black. Pretty recognizable song. That's another one I just recorded directly from my computer with the iPad. Okay, Stop Motion Studio had this really annoying glitch where it would like, it would get stuck. And so yeah, I had to make it in two parts and then combine it using iMovie. That's why there's like that iMovie tradition right there, because I didn't have that editing program that I have now when I was making this.
Next we have Albert Brick.
Alfred. I mean, come on, it's obvious. Oh god, this part. Oh crap. You can hear the fan of the computer buzzing. You know, I don't really know what I was thinking. I mean, I like that song a lot. I mean, I still kind of do, but he just sings the whole thing and his back is to the audience the whole time. Why couldn't I have cut this scene? I cut Harry Potter's out, but why couldn't I cut this? So while this is going on, I think maybe I could talk about some other interesting things about the last video that I didn't mention. So, it was Jean-Claude's first actual death. The character that looks like him in Party in the CIA is not actually him. I mean, it's not like this stuff really matters, but these Lego's Got Talent characters, they often appeared in other videos of mine, but I never actually specified this in the videos, but they actually take place in a different universe from all the rest of the videos. So yeah, the Lego's Got Talent videos are just their own universe. Also, so you know, in the results of the finals, we learned that the host just planned everything ahead of time. I never mentioned this, but I think, like, it made me wonder if maybe he sabotaged Skelly Bones too, like how it fell apart. I don't know. I think I'd leave that to the audience's interpretation. So, okay, Sam and Joe Brickers, basically his brother and his sister and his mom and his dad are in the second row from the top, right behind Chewbacca and Jar Jar Binks, whose heads are cut off. Yeah, like they're making up the whole row except for Ron Weasley. There seem to be less Harry Potter characters in the audience this time. Also, I don't know how his hat kept moving like that. Maybe it's just one of his tricks that Alfred can do. Also, only had one microphone, so he has the big bulky one I made of bricks. So, this is still going. I don't really have much else to say. It makes up like a huge chunk of the video. Look, if I would have made this today, I totally would have shortened this. Let's see, who else is in the audience? Oh yeah, Technical Face. He, plays an important role later on. Also, yeah, again, Stop Motion Studio was better than it was when I made the audition, but it still kind of sucked. The things look all kind of fuzzy and blurry. So those criminals in the audience are sitting like right behind the police officers. You must be kind of nervous for them. Oh, they're sitting right in front of one police officer too. Why are there so many cops in the audience?
Amazing. Not only do you sound like the guy who originally sang it, but you can also sing in Romanian.
The band I think that made the song Ozone is actually from Moldova, but they mostly speak Romanian there, so.
For my next trick, I need a volunteer with the green skin.
So yeah, apparently this was all part of the host plan also.
Wait, stop, it's a trap, it's a trap, it's a trap.
So I figured Admiral Akbar would just be a guy who pops up and says when it's a trap. So yeah, notice how the criminals run away while everyone else runs after Roberto. Well, except Soren the host. But yeah, they don't want to be caught by the police. Oh, that is actually, that part is actually takes place after the video Never Mess with a Hobo, where that hobo ended up killing Jean-Claude after he played a joke on him. So yeah, Jean-Claude wanted revenge, and he's trying to kill the hobo now. You can see the dusty table in the background. Also, because I'm Batman, obviously a reference to the How It Should Have Ended videos. I don't really have much to say about this one. So yeah, I was planning on the finals having like 3 people. Like the first, second, and third place winner. Did you really forget though? Did you really? No, not really.
That means they're all still in. Tune in a few days for the semifinals.
Ah yes, the semifinals. Not only is this one just as fuzzy as the other one, but also the aspect ratio got really screwed up because it's complicated. I had these some technical difficulties making it. So I actually started making it. It actually took kind of a while to make this one, because I made the department store Santa right in the middle of making this one. Also, there's a gap of over a year between the previous Legos Got Talent video and this one. That's because it wasn't really my top priority and I was working on other projects. So yeah, that is basically just the skeleton and him. I took 2 pictures and then just like alternated them for a while. Okay, that little red thing that I drew on is supposed to be blood. It's funny how they just have replacements for like every audience member. Yeah, it's kind of dark.
And for our first act of the night, we have Harry
My voice just sounds so much deeper than before.
Where is he? Hello. Ah. Wow, you scared me.
Yeah, due to the aspect ratio getting all screwed up, he's off screen.
Hello again.
It's so annoying, but I don't know how to do that.
And over here. And now I'm all the way back here. And now I'm all the way over here. And now I'm underneath the stand. Hello there. Ah.
And again, it cut off the words. I just got It's just so irritating.
I accidentally knocked over the camera. Sorry about that. Well, not
My
really.
British accent was so awful. It was a little better than Harry's voice last time,
Apparating. For
but
our next trick,
yeah, I think I've gotten better at it.
you there. Oops, don't worry, I can change
Oh yeah, when he said, "Don't worry, I can change him back," there's a little bit of
Nope,
a clink that you can hear when I was recording that.
nope.
Yeah, that's clearly just the same soundbite repeated multiple times.
That's absolutely incredible. I think you're the best magician we've ever had on this show. Well, actually,
Well, really, he's the only magician they've ever had on this show.
you amuse me. I will spare you.
Why did they even want to invite Palpatine in the first place?
Well, for our next act, we have
Well, I mean,
Brick.
the host did, because he is like the chess master controlling everything.
I think I put my beard on wrong. Hey, I recognize you. You're that guy from the auditions with the
You know, if I could have done this over, I would have put like a gasp at this part.
I'll tell you the whole story. I was waiting in line to sign up for the audition. I really wanted to make it big, but then I thought...
So the background of all these scenes is just made of a cardboard box with these blue papers attached to it. Looks a little better than the brown paper, but you can see like a gap in between.
And that's pretty much what happened. You do realize this means you're disqualified? Yes. Yes, I do.
Yeah, that beard looks kind of like a cool hair. I had to use the stud to keep it on his head.
Well, that certainly was unexpected.
Was it really though?
Joe and his dancing robots. Today the robots will be dancing to Get Lucky by Daft Punk.
Yeah, I'm glad I haven't gotten copyrighted for these songs yet. Yeah, this scene was extra tedious. Just like the other ones. And again, this one was just me playing the song on my computer and then recording it with my iPad. Because, like, I'm not gonna buy all these songs on iTunes. But also, Stop Motion Studio, if you add music, it plays it at the beginning, and you can't have the song stop, or start, like, right in the middle of the video. It has to be the entire thing. The stupid technical issues again. I think saving it to camera roll on my iPad is what did this. Also, it's in multiple parts. Like, I filmed this separately from the other stuff. Also, notice how the floor is... It's all tan, and, well, from the other angle, the floor is gray. I guess it's gray, but then eventually, like, leads to the tan part. But they're standing on... But clearly they're clearly standing on the gray.
Good. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it too, but you may need to kick it up a notch if you want to win. What he said. Nah, I've seen better. For next act,
And again, things look even more hazy and kind of fuzzy this time.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt. I'm okay.
I sink,
Okay,
as in
it's time to cut
as in the sink that you wash your hands in. You know, I thought it would be funny if I just did the, if I just did the music myself. Also, you can see the bar spinning with her when she's doing her gymnastics. Well, at first you could. You can see it a little bit now. Okay, so Stop Motion Studio has a thing where you can add a little bit of motion blur, so that is kind of what I added here.
That was pretty good. I agree. I also agree. It was a lot better than your last performance when you're singing.
My sing, bro.
It was okay.
Like, again, I have trouble with the TH sound.
A few days for the results.
That stupid aspect ratio again.